create bows. Of course, we need ribbon, don't we? We need ribbon to create bows. So here we go. We got so many ribbons up here. So I'm going to pan the camera down so you can see all this lusciousness. So here we go. Right here. So we got this 2-inch right here. I'm loving the black and white detail of it. This is super cute. And I also have it in red. Now, however, I have all these ribbon of choice. I probably won't use all of these to make the bows, but I just want to show you what I will be working with today. So we have those. I'm loving it, the feel of these, and also I have some green as well. I'm loving this. This is the velvet green. You know, velvet is in right now for us to create with. And I have it in red. And then I have this. I love the red and white. Red and white is so super cute to start with. I love that. That is a go-to color when you are creating for your Christmas trees or just making bows in general. Red and white is the go-to. And then when you incorporate this black and white, check it. I am super loving this. This is super cute with the red and white. It just pops it out. Now, we're going to get started. But before we get started, you will also need to have some scissors, of course, to cut your ribbon. And also, I prefer 22 gauge wiring on this. So this is the wiring that I use. Now, I like it because it's lightweight and it's not too heavy. So it'll work well when you are creating your bows. Now, I don't know how you create your bows, if you create your bows by hand or if you create your bow by using a bow maker. And today we're going to use the Easy Bow Maker. This is the choice that I'm going to use today. However, I do make my bows by hand, but today for teaching purposes, I'm going to use the Easy Bow Maker. Okay, are you ready? If you're ready, say yes. Tell me yes. So what we're going to start with now, I'm going to start with the velvet. I'm loving this. So I'm going to do the green velvet right here, which is right here. I'm loving it. It's very dark. I'm loving it. It's okay. Now this is a spool holder right here. This is where you put your ribbon that you're using. And this here also have markers. Let me show you this. As you can see, it has markers on it. Excuse me for the glare on that. Let me bring it down. They have markers on here right here. It go all the way up to 8. And that's how you can mark it off to make sure you get your correct tails that you wanted and also the bow loop that you want to use. So let's start. I'm going to start with 8-inch tails. Why not? So what we do is we're going to just put it right in there and then we're going to do a little twist. Just like that. Now you can make your tails as long as you want to. Say for instance, if you wanted a 16-inch loop, you go right here to 8 and 8 here, and that'll give you a 16-inch, not loop, 16-inch tail. Now if you wanted a 14-inch tail, you go to 7 on each side, and that will give you a 14. If you wanted a 12, you go to 6, and so on and so forth. So, but today, I think I'm going to do an 8-inch tail. I might just start out doing a 16. That way we can have our streamers long if we choose to. So what I can do, I can cut this at 16, and that'll be one of my streamers here. And what I'm going to do is just put it right in here, just like that. And that way, give me a streamer of 8/16. Have a tail already on here. So now what I'm going to do is go right here to 7, right there. And I'm going to twist it, just like this. And then I'm going to bring it around. Now you don't have to put your spool in there. As you can see, I'm not putting it in there. So I'm going to make a 6-inch loop right here, just like this. Happy Thursday, everyone, which I call it Baby Friday because we one day from Friday. Hope everybody is having a great day today. And if you're watching me, thank you so much for watching. So I'm going to 7 right here. And what I'm going to do is just cut off right here. Cut right here. As close as you can to that. So we have that right there. 7. I always want to check it again, which this is long. I went to 6 on that. Let me just bring it up just like that. Bring that, and I'm just going to cut this down right there. Make that even. See, that's the easy fix. You don't have to get all worked up about it. It's an easy fix. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do a 1.5 inch, and I'm gonna use the red velvet on that. I'm gonna keep it with velvet. Now, however, you could change it out and put canvas in there if you choose to. You can do that as well. So I'm going to put it right here, and I'm going to twist it. Now you can make your loops the same if you choose to, or you can bring them in. They both look great because I have did it both. I have done it both ways. Then what I'm going to do is just bring it up just a tad bit. Just like that. What you do, you can just roll out your spool. That way it won't get all tangled up on you. And I'm going to twist it in right here and then bring it out. So this is about 5 inches on here. And I'm going to do one more. And what I'm going to do is just bring it in just a little bit more. Or you can leave it at the same, but if you want it to be like in the middle, just do that like so. Just like that. I'm going to do a 3-tail on here. And I'm not worried about that being right there because I can position it into the way I want it to be positioned. You know, a lot of people tends to say, well, you know what, do it on the other side, and which you can, because I can do it just like this as well, and I'm going to show you. Remember I told you I'm a teacher, so we can start here. Just in case we have people that's on here and say, oh no, your tail isn't going right. We can do it just like that. That way that'll help people that get all worked up about it. We don't have to. Because when you're designing, you want it to be fun. You don't want it to stress you out by no ways. And I'm going to do this one. 3. Make it right there. And then what I'm going to do is make a little bow right in here. Just for the middle purposes. That's all that is. Middle. And I'm going to cut right here. Just like that. And then now I'm going to put my 22 gauge wiring in the middle. Now, however, you could have put it in earlier. If you choose to, you can. I choose to do mine like this. It's no right or wrong way when you're creating a bow. Yes, do people have easier ways to doing it? Yes, of course they do. Do you have an easy way of doing it? Of course you do. But I don't want you to get all freaked out about it. So what you're going to do, since we got it all under here, what we're going to do is just lift it up like this, like so. Bring it on out. And then I'm going to bring, you see how I'm bringing that wiring right in there. Now, if you don't like to use wiring, you can use chenille stems. You can use that as well, or you can put in a cable tie. That would work just fine. Trust me, it will. And all I'm going to do is do a little twisting, and then I'm going to twist it up again, just like this. And now what I'm going to do is just fan it out. When I say fan, that's like positioning your bow, getting it where you want it to be. And now what we're going to do is just ducktail it. When I say ducktail, you're going to put them together just like this, back to back, and just go straight across. And that'll give you the ducktail look. It look more professional, more clean looking for you. Especially if you're creating this for your customers or putting it into your wreath. Now, however, you don't have to do the ducktail effect. You can curve them under. That'll work just fine. I believe in working smarter, not harder. That's my motto. And don't be getting all stressed out about it, because it's going to look fine. Because once you put it in your wreath, it's going to look great. So we got our little tails. Now, if you want to cut this tail down some more, you sure can. But this is our first bow, and I'm loving it. I'm loving the green and the velvet on there. It is super cute. So we're going to put that one down. And I'll put it up here. Oops. It's trying to fall, guys. I'll put it right here. So we're going to wrap this up right here. Hello, hello. Thank you for joining me. I'm Veronica with Wreath by Veronica. I'm the owner and creative consultant for Wreath by Veronica. I am the owner of Wreath by Veronica. I'm a business. This is a business for me, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Now the next thing we're going to do, we're going to play with some black and white. Let's see, we got this one. Do... which one? I had a red one. I'm going to do the black and the white in this one. And if you're probably wondering why I always start on this side, because I am a lefty, so that's why I do that. And we're going to twist. And on this one here, we're not going to do anything in the middle. We're just going to create it. Start at a 7. Unravel your... put it on the floor for right now. That works best for me. And I'm going to go to a 7. You know, the last bow we created, I went to the 6 inches. So this time I'm going to 7. Sure is there. the markers works fine. When you are very, I ain't gonna say anal, but very, you know, that just want to have it all measured out correctly. I'm telling you, you can do that, but a lot of times people don't even notice that because they be in tune with your design. So they don't even be, I'm gonna just turn it on this side, just for the ones that put my ribbon on the floor. By me putting it on the floor, it works better for me. It truly does. And I'm just going to bring it up a little bit more. Now you can have it at the same size. It doesn't matter, guys. I'm telling you. I mean, if you want that look where it's not looking all cohesive, yes, bring it in a little bit. You're going to bring it center down just like that. And then you're going to do that little twist. You're going to do that twist on that. Like once you bring it down, you're going to twist it. And then I'm going to do another loop on here. And I'm going to cut right here. So I got one loop here and I got two loops there. So I'm going to bring in another one. I'm not sure. No, I'm not going to do that one. I'm going to put, I'm just putting them in. I'm just do this plain red. How about that? Better. So again, if you're just not joining, I am just creating some bows because I need bows. When I sell a wreath on Etsy, which is Etsy.com, wreaths by VA, I put in a bow in there for my customers. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 in here. Now, if you have a problem with it being even, just make you another little loop. And if you wanted to do that, you can do it just like this. You can put a loop in here, just like so, just like that. But I'm not going to be bothered with that. I'm just going to create. So if you're enjoying all of this, please subscribe to Wreaths by Veronica YouTube channel to get more. Bring it up because I want to go right into that middle where that bench is at. I do want to do that. And I'm going to twist it, flip it. And then what I'm doing is just cinch it real tight right there. Do a couple of little twists on that. And we're just going to pull the tails out. Just like that. Fluffing out your bow. This is what fluffing out your bow means. Fluffing it out. And that way you can get a good, and I bring some of my tails to the front and some to the back. Some people have their tails all the way in there, but I choose not to. This loop here is a little long, so I'm just gonna pull it just a little bit. way. I'm loving that black and white. It's cute. I have used black and white before, but this particular ribbon is the first time that I'm using it. So it's all about fluffing, guys. Fluffing that bow out all the way. And I normally like to pull my streamers just to get them out good. And now what we're going to do is do some dovetailing again, because you want to dovetail it, guys. So I'm liking that. Isn't that cute? So now we're going to dovetail. Just going to put it closely together, just like that. And I love to have mine already even. That's one of my pet peeves. I don't like cutting ribbon tails and they're not even, because I feel as though that it gives you a bad edge look when they are not even. Get them as even as you can. So we got 2 bows here. Loving that. So this is what we got, guys. I'm loving this bow. Now what you would do, you would put it into your wreath or wherever you're putting it in. If you're making a lantern swag or something like that, or if you got a garland that you are making a tree topper, you would make your bow a little bit bigger though. But you would just put the wire in there and just adjust it then. And I suggest do not cut off your wire until you absolutely positively sure you want that's the placement that you are looking for, that you wanting. Now on this next one, what we're going to do, which will be our last bow for today, make this one a little longer. And I'm just going to make 8, have 4 on each side. So, and I'm going to make this an 8 loop bow on each side. Then drop to the floor. Now you don't have to drop yours to the floor. You can leave it up there, but I feel it works better. It's less tangling. So, but before you drop it to the floor, you have to run your fingers through it, just like this, and that way you can get all that curly loop and stuff out of there when you do this. So we're going to make 8 loops out of this. We're going to 8. Uh-oh. Baby, you're going to stay right in there. Don't you dare come out. Twist. Go to 8. Now this one is a little thinner than I typically use. This is like a little satin finish on here, but I love the green tinsel on it, so I fell in love with that. This ribbon here, I had used it in my Christmas design session, and I had used it for that. And I think I'm gonna bring it in just a little bit since it's so thin. Bring it into the 7. So I use, again, get back to that. I used this ribbon in my Christmas design session. So I used that, and it was simply beautiful. So as you can see, I used red and green, and it turned out super duper great. I had 3 designs for those 2 people to learn from, and it was all done on live stream on Facebook. And you didn't have to be there. You can look at the lives later on if you wasn't able to make it at that time. Now, however, if you want to, I still have it available. You can go to my website, wreathsbyveronica.com, if you choose to learn some designs. We created a wreath in there, a Christmas garland, and a mailbox swag. So there was 3 designs in there for you to create. Had a lot of good reviews from it. It was, everyone that was in it loved it. So if you want to learn more about that, go on over to my website, wreathsbyveronica.com. But while you're here, continue to watch me, and don't forget to click that subscribe button while you're here. That way you will learn more, get more with Wreath by Veronica. So we're going to make one more loop on each side. And we're just going to bring it all the way down. And when you're using satin ribbon, it tends to just turn on its own. So you have to work with it. And but if you're a beginner bow maker, I suggest that you always use wide ribbon and like canvas type ribbon that won't give you a run for your money. So and what I'm going to do is just cut it off right here, and I'm at the end, so I had enough. How about that? So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I have 1, 2, 3, 4 on the other side as well. So again, I'm gonna put in my 22 gauge wiring in here. Now, however, like I stated earlier, if you like using chenille stems, and you can use that. Whatever your preference is, please use it. Okay, so this is what we got. All I'm going to do is do a little twist. Then we're going to twist again. And then I'm going to twist it to make it tighter in there. And now we're going to just do the fluff out, like we did on the previous bows that we created. Look at that tinsel in that. Isn't it cute? It just screams, remind me of a candy cane or an elf leg, you know? It just have all the whimsical Christmas in here. So you see how I brought this one forward, because that one wanted to be in the middle. So that way you don't have to worry about putting it in the middle. You have one already. So this is what we got, guys. Isn't it cute? That red and green, that tinsel does it all. So I'm going to show you. You can either curl it under just like this. Or you can do the V-cut. It's whatever you see fit. But when you dealing with ribbon that are satin finish, my preference is I would curl it under. That is my preference. Now, you don't have to. Look how cute, guys. You cannot go wrong with this. This is a cute bow. You can put it in your wreath. You can put it on your garland. Whatever you see fit. Look at this red and black one that we created. It's super cute as well. I'm loving this. It just pops everything out. The black is banging as always. And then we have the little red velvet. I'm loving this. You can put this one. This one will look great on a gift box if you have a gift for someone and you want to do it. You can put this on, like if you have gold wrapping paper, you can do that. You can put that on that. So I'm going to raise the camera up. Hey guys, I'm back. So I just want to come in on here to show you how to make bows. So I hope I taught you something. I hope you learned something today, because that is my objective, for you to learn something. So do two things for me. Click the subscribe button and share it out. Let other people know that Wreath by Veronica go live on her YouTube channel. I want to thank you. Have an awesome Thursday. Okay? Love each and every one of you. Thank you for joining today. And remember, put God first and everything else will fall in line. Bye-bye.